The Namibian Constitution, narrated by Apple Light. Part 2 of Chapter 12, Regional and Local Government. Article 106, Regional Council Elections. 1. Each region shall be divided into constituencies, the boundaries of which shall be fixed by the Boundaries Delimitation and Demarcation Commission in accordance with the provisions of an Act of Parliament and this Constitution, provided that there shall be no fewer than 6 and no more than 12 constituencies in each region. Open bracket. Subarticle 1 is amended by the Namibian Constitution 3rd Amendment to Act 8 of 2014. Close bracket. 2. Each constituency shall elect one member in the regional council for the region in which it is situated. 3. The elections shall be by secret ballot to be conducted in accordance with the provisions of an Act of Parliament, and the candidate receiving the most votes in any constituency shall be the elected member of the regional council for that constituency. 4. All regional council elections for the various regions of Namibia shall be held on the same day. 5. The date for regional council elections shall be determined by the President by proclamation in the Gazette. Article 107. Remuneration and allowances and other benefits of members of regional councils. Members of regional councils are entitled to such remuneration and allowances and other benefits as determined in accordance with an Act of Parliament. Open bracket. Article 107, including the heading, is amended by the Namibian Constitution, 2nd Amendment to Act 7 of 2010. Close bracket. Article 108, Powers of Regional Councils. Regional councils shall have the following powers. A. To elect members to the National Council. B. To exercise within the region for which they have been constituted such executive powers and to perform such duties in connection therewith as may be assigned to them by Act of Parliament and as may be delegated to them by the President. C. To raise revenue or share in the revenue raised by the central government within the regions for which they have been established, as may be determined by Act of Parliament. D. To exercise powers, perform any other functions, and make such bylaws or regulations as may be determined by Act of Parliament. Article 109. Management Committees. 1. Each regional council shall elect from amongst its members a management committee which shall be vested with executive powers in accordance with the provisions of an Act of Parliament. 2. The management committee shall have a chairperson to be elected by the members of the regional council at the time that they elect the management committee, and such chairperson shall preside at meetings of his or her regional council. 3. The chairperson and the members of the management committee shall hold office for 2 years and 6 months and shall be eligible for re-election. Open bracket. Subarticle 3 is amended by the Namibian Constitution, 2nd Amendment to Act 7 of 2010. Close bracket. Article 110. Administration and functioning of regional councils. 1. The holding and conducting of meetings of regional councils, the filing of casual vacancies on regional councils, and the manner of appointing staff members, the method of determining their conditions of service, any other matter relating to their employment, and the availing of staff members in the public service by the Public Service Commission to the regional councils, as well as all other matters dealing with or incidental to the administration and functioning of regional councils, shall be determined by Act of Parliament. Open bracket. Subarticle 1, as substituted by the Namibian Constitution 3rd Amendment Act 8 of 2014, appears to omit some commas. It should perhaps read as follows, although there are other possibilities. Quote, the holding and conducting of meetings of regional councils, the filing of casual vacancies on regional councils, and other manner of appointing staff members, the method of determining their conditions of service, any other matter relating to their employment, and the availing of staff members in the public service by the Public Service Commission to the regional councils, as well as all other members dealing with or incidental to the administration and functioning of regional councils, shall be determined by Act of Parliament. Close quote. Close bracket. 2. An Act of Parliament may regulate the employment of staff members to perform work for regional councils. 3. The Act referred to in Subarticle 2 may provide for the employment of staff members by regional councils, or may provide that staff members are employed in the public service, and may provide for the manner in which staff members employed in the public service are made available to regional councils. 4. The Act referred to in Subarticle 2 may also provide for the transfer of staff members employed by regional councils to the public service and their subsequent making available to regional councils. 5. The Act referred to in Subarticle 2 may also provide for any other matter relating to the employment, conditions of service, disciplinary matters of the staff members in question, and any matter that is necessary, incidental, or ancillary to the employment of the staff members in question. Open bracket. Article 110 is substituted by the Namibian Constitution 3rd Amendment Act 8 of 2014. Close bracket. Article 110A. Regional Governors. 1. The President shall appoint regional governors as political heads of the regions, and an Act of Parliament shall further prescribe their powers and functions. 2. Regional governors shall serve at the pleasure of the President. 3. Subject to this Constitution or any other law, a regional governor shall oversee the exercise of any executive function of government in the region for which he or she is the regional governor, and he or she shall be the link between the central government and the regional council, local authorities, and traditional leaders in the region concerned. 4. In the performance of his or her functions, a regional governor may, in writing, require the regional council of the region of which he or she is the regional governor to convene urgent special sessions and address any matter. 5. A regional governor shall attend a meeting of the regional council of the region for which he or she is the regional governor once every year, which meeting shall occur after the President and Cabinet attend Parliament in terms of Article 32(2) hereof. 6. During the meeting referred to in Subarticle 5, the regional governor shall address the regional council on the state of the region, planned activities of the central government in the region, report on the activities of the central government of the previous year in the region, and be available to respond to questions. 7. The President or the Minister responsible for regional government may assign further functions to regional governors, and regional governors shall report to the President. Open bracket. Article 110A is inserted by the Namibian Constitution 3rd Amendment Act 8 of 2014. Close bracket. Article 111. Local authorities. 1. Local authorities shall be established in accordance with the provisions of Article 102 hereof. 2. The boundaries of local authorities, the election of councils to administer the affairs of local authorities, the method of electing persons to local authority councils, the methods of raising revenue for local authorities, the remuneration of local authority councillors, and all other matters dealing with or incidental to the administration and functioning of local authorities shall be determined by Act of Parliament. 3. Persons shall be qualified to vote in elections for local authority councils if such persons have been resident within the jurisdiction of a local authority for not less than 1 year immediately prior to such election, and if such persons are qualified to vote in elections for the National Assembly. 4. Different provisions may be made by the Act of Parliament referred to in Subarticle 2 hereof in regard to different types of local authorities. 5. All bylaws or regulations made by local authorities pursuant to powers vested in them by Act of Parliament shall be tabled in the National Assembly and shall cease to be of force if a resolution to that effect is passed by the National Assembly. That is all for Part 2 of Chapter 12 of the Namibian Constitution. I hope you found value in this video. If so, make sure to like and share, and of course subscribe to the channel so that you track the Namibian Constitution playlist part for part, chapter for chapter. Until the next one.